Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna do some crafting, okay? Today I'm going to show you how to make a top-notch bleed bow for my kind of league starter for the next league, if it's going to be my league starter, right? Today we're gonna try to craft a very cool bleed bow, and all we need for that, I mean, this time around now, since the budget version is done, right? We are now able to throw some currency onto this build. And first take is we're going to craft a Citadel bow, which is an Elder base, item level 86 in this case. Usually the only thing you need is item level 83. So why Citadel bow? I have here the list of bows. And the Citadel bow is the bow with the actually lowest, or one of the lowest APS over here, but that means it has higher physical damage. And as we know, for bleed builds, you don't really need high amounts of attack speed, at least for the bow version that I'm playing with split arrow and puncture. So what I need is something with a high amount of base damage. If you would go like lacerate or something like that, you want to have a high amount of attack speed. So this is the reason why we're actually going for Citadel bow, because it has the highest damage here. So we actually had made this like to 30%, so more quality is more physical damage. And now all you're gonna do is take one of a resonator, and then you're gonna use two fossils here. One is the corroded fossil. I take two here. And one is the jagged fossil, if I can find it. I think it was somewhere jagged fossil, so here. So why this combination? So obviously the corroded fossil will take care of that. We're gonna get more poison and bleeding modifiers. And since the fossil crafting doesn't work like it used to be in the past, so if you're a newer player on Path of Exile, you don't know any else here anyways. So now you need an Elder item level 83 bow to actually unlock, to be able to get this bleed modifier. And what I'm talking is the 60% chance for bleeding inflict with this weapon to deal 100% more damage. This is the mod that we're looking for, and then we want to have as high physical damage as possible. So all you're gonna do is take then this corroded fossil to enable like higher chances of getting this bleed modifier, and then we're gonna use a jagged fossil for more physical damage modifiers and no chaos. Why is the jagged fossil important? Not only because that we're gonna get more likely physical rolls, the more important thing is we're blocking the poison modifiers out of the corroded fossil, because the poison is actually relied to the chaos modifier. So all you gotta do is take the corroded fossil, jagged fossil, pray to Chris Wilson, and hit it. Wait, we need to make this rare, right? And hit it. And yeah, this is actually, that's it. That's actually a very bad bow. So I think we just need more of that, right? So today we're gonna just spend a quad tab full of resonators that are jagged and corroded fossiled, and we're gonna try to recreate this iconic weapon from history. And this weapon is this one here, the Phoenix Wing, the Citadel bow. This is currently the best bleed bow in the game, or at least when I say in the game, I just mention it, I mean the current league, okay? This is the best bleed bow in the league. It is with a bleed modifier, you have tier 1 fizz damage, tier, I think it was like tier 2 tyrannical. So this bow currently has 520 fizz DPS with the bleed modifier, and the bleed modifier is a prefix. So the best combination that you can technically get is the tier 1 fizz damage and the flat. So this one is actually close to be perfect, but nobody has ever crafted like a better bow than this, so I got this pretty cheap, but I still want to try to get my own version, okay? So that's why I have here 3 bases prepared that we are going to spend those fossils on, because I don't really want to, like this time around, I want to see what is the best bow that we can get out of a quad tab of fossils. So if we take a look at the write down, we have about 288 resonators. I think this should be accurate. It's like 12 times 24. Should be 288, something like that. Then we have the corroded fossils, the jagged fossils, and the bow base that I calculate with 500 chaos per piece because of the base. The base is like, I think like 10 chaos or so, maybe 20 chaos. At this state of the league, in the league start, it will be more expensive, obviously, with the Citadel bow. And then quality up to 30, throw a gilded fossil on it so we can corrupt it later on, potentially, right? And then we're gonna see what is the best that we can get out of it. So we basically have a gamble here for about 25 exalt if you include all 3 bow types over here. So as I said, what we want to reach here, basically we're gonna throw, how are we gonna do this? I think we're just gonna throw 2 of those bows in here, and once we get something better, that we're gonna keep here, right? Actually, we need to take 2 bows here. Let me throw all the materials over here, and then get my... There we go. So I think we're just gonna load up the full inventory here, and see how long it actually takes to hit the first bleeding modifier. And for some reason, it is way harder than it used to be. Or I don't know if it was like super easier back in the day with the fossils, because when I do like my poison or bleed things here, it usually takes like, I don't know, like maybe 3, 4, or maybe 5 corroded fossils to actually get the bleed modifier. This time around, how many do we already spend? Like maybe 10 or so, and we didn't even hit it once yet. So there we go. This is the first time we actually hit it, and this is a must-have on this bow, okay? This starts off this whole bleed bow really nice damage. So this is actually terrible, like super terrible, because if you want to metacraft this bow, right? If you want to say, hey, I want to make a mirror tier bow, what are you looking for? Besides freedom from David Hasselhoff. Never mind, this is actually bad reference. So, what you're looking for is actually the bleed modifier and the highest physical damage as possible, and then you could potentially start slamming for suffixes or trying to hit a lucky annual and just try to multi-mod it this way. But in the end, all you need, the first most priority here is the chance to bleed with the 100% mod. So this is the first take here. We have 108 DPS. This is not bad, right? How much is missing? So we're only a short 400 DPS. This is actually bad. So let's try on the next one. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, this is not bad. I mean, it is actually quite terrible, I would say. But still, we hit the tier 2 tempered modifier with the fizz, and then tier 8 physical. So this is 238. What I would personally do on this one is actually just try to annul off the percentage fizz, and then you could technically... We can actually just try that one. And wait, it went worse, right? Now we have triple prefix. You could technically just multi-mod this one, right? So this would technically be from this part here, from the crafting. This is the best that we've got yet, okay? So let's just keep on going on this one, I guess. So we have another chance to bleed, and the rest is super garbage with physical something. So for the bleed bow, you don't need anything like even attack speed, crit strike chance, all of that are kind of useless. So in the best scenario, you would actually get something like this with the bleed modifier as a suffix, and then even damage over time multiplier. So this bow, it deserves to be mirrored, okay? This bow is super good, but I just really want to see if we're able to actually get something halfway decent out of a quad tab of these resonators. So I think the first... Where are my materials? There we go. Let's just take more of those. The first, like, 20 or so are down, and we kind of have a mediocre bow with, like, 230 DPS. It's not even mediocre. This is as, like, bleh. This is like, dude, I would overroll this. I think I can get better stuff with, like, chaos spamming. So, what do we have here? Tier 7 and Tier 6. Garbage. Overroll this. So basically, we can just fast forward this one, because in the end, the bleed modifier has to be on it, and then as high as you can get. Here we have double 5 hybrid. This is actually not good. This is something you would take for like pure fizz bows. Then you want to have like hybrid mod, pure percentage fizz, and flat fizz before you start like trying to get some good suffixes on it. So here we have tier 8 hybrid, tier 9 flat fizz. Holy shit, 165 damage. That's not bad. Now it is like, I think it's like close to 10 tries every time to hit one of these bleed modifiers. It's actually harder than expected. I can remember I once wanted to do like a two-handed weapon. I wanted to do like some two-handed lacerate bleed gladiator earlier this league, and I spent over 100 exalts trying to craft a good bleed weapon. In the end, I sold it for like 3 exalts, I think, and this was just because it was 6-link, you know, so it is actually very hard to get a really good weapon. So here we have hybrid tier 8, flat tier 9. Okay, that's not that great. That was some nice physical damage, but as long as there is the bleed modifier missing, it's absolutely garbage. So here we have double, like a hybrid with tier 5, which is super bad. Then we have actually tier 1 fizz damage. Wait, if we can annul off the accuracy mod, then we can probably get something better out of it. Ooh, let's just take some annuls, right? So, please... What did I hit? Again, this suffix. Yikes. I mean, the thing is, crafted percentage fizz is actually 129%, I think, physical damage. So 129, and this, the hybrid modifier, I don't need the accuracy since we're playing with RT, so accuracy doesn't do anything for us. So we just have to risk it, you know? I mean, technically, wait a second, has this one higher DPS? 242, we're still gonna go for it. And we actually made it. So now we have a double tier 1 prefix. This is not bad at all, because now we can actually lock prefixes and then basically just slam a suffix. If we hit something good like damage over time multiplier, we can just multi-mod it, craft the percentage physical damage, and then we have actually a pretty good weapon over here. So I think this one is something we can stash right away, because this definitely can sell with a bleed mod and tier 1 flat fizz. Where are my bows? So we're getting close, right? No, not even close. So this is my garbage bow. So we can just keep on rolling on this one, trying to get another cool bleed modifier on it, at least with some more fizz. I mean, in the perfect world, hitting those triple tier 1 can take one resonator. You know, it's 50-50 in the end. You get it or you don't, okay? But since I have actually quite some currency in this league, I have done some meta crafting and trying to spend, I don't know how many thousands of fossils I already spammed. And in the end, last league, if you remember, I made this triple tier 1 fire bow that I wanted to make the best, what is it called, elemental hit bow out of it, right? And I spent over 500 exalts trying to meta craft 2 suffixes, and it did not work out, so that's the thing, you know, you can spend thousands of exalts trying to hit something. In the end, you know, you just need to be lucky once, you know, and then you can use your bow for mirror tier crafting or something, and then you can get back your currency, hopefully, as soon as people get rich enough. Good, what do we have here? Tier 9 flat fizz and tier 8 hybrid. For a double fizz roll, 120 DPS, I'm actually wondering, wait, how much DPS does this bow have naked? 102. So with double fizz roll, we got 18 DPS out of it. Holy shit, that's bad. Good, then we have tier 8 hybrid. Please no. And we just continue. We just throw this on it. Oh, wait, what is this? Tier 2? Tier 2. I mean, we can try some manuals, right? 1, 2. Okay, it's gone. Never mind. So, we just keep on going here. I mean, at some point, you just have to try hit the annuals, right? So, tier 6% fizz, calling strike. That's disgusting, actually. So, and tier 7. I mean, some people might wonder now, wait, why you're not using 3 socket resonators with the sanctified fossil or something where you get like your rolls are lucky, right? I have fallen for this bait like once, you know. I spent like almost a quad tap of the 3 socket resonators. They're like, I didn't got anything good out of it. So I said like, you know, for me probably doesn't work out. So I don't know. It's just super expensive, you know. And in the end, it's RNG, you know. It's like winning the lottery, right? Although I have to say, I probably would like to win the lottery in real life than crafting a mirror tier bow in-game. But anyway, so let's keep on going with this. Wow, dude. 108, dude. 6 DPS gained on this one. So what do we have here? Tier 8. Wow, insane. Actually, let's write down, like, how often, how many tries does it take to get this bleed modifiers? I think it's like somewhere between 5 and 10 tries. Which kind of sucks based on the cost of the jewels, or at least of the fossils. You know, I see it. I don't see it now when I have a lot of currency. I see it in the perspective of a league starter. I think on league start you probably have to take the first best that you actually get. As long as you have the fizz roll and then you, or at least the bleed mod, and then you just craft some physical damage over it or on it. So, no, that's not the bleed mod. It's actually way harder to hit than I expected it to be. Crit multiplier again. My exalts! What is it doing? Ah, blade. And tier 7 mix. So, and tier 1 again. I mean, we could try. And it's gone. Dude, hey, mbX, you're doing a great job. Fantastic job with annuling off good stats. Okay. Hey, at least I tried, okay? At least I tried. So, technically, I could have made it happen. So, then we have another hybrid mod and tier 7. So, that's a double mod that is less than a crafted mod. That's yikes. So, multiplier is bad. And hey, we have another row. Are we like half done already? There. Bleed modifier, please. Tier 2 and tier 7. Nah, that's too bad. Hyla 1 Extreme. We are looking for tier 1 here. Like all these tier 6, tier 7 rolls, but there you see, early on, it's probably just better to take the first best one and then get more currency and maybe even look on trade if you get some nice bleed bows. Because there are some really nice bleed bows on sale every time for kind of cheap. Oh, this is just some testing, you know? So I know, personally, I probably will not stick too much currency in trying to craft a decent bleed bow early on in the league. It's like so many tries every time to hit actually just the bleed modifier. So, what is this? Tier 2. Projectile attack damage per accuracy. Projectile speed. I mean, since we already have this other bow, I don't want to, like, I want to see what is the best result that I can get out of this quad tab, right? And since the other bow is better, we're just gonna overroll it. Crit multiplier, crit multiplier. Nope. My currency! Help! Hey, I want a mirror tier bow and not like a vendor tier bow. Tier 8, tier 9, tier 1. Not bad. Like, all these flaring, merciless rolls, they are kind of useless. I mean, you can resell them. Or just a normal physical bow. But usually, what is this? Tier 7, tier 6. Usually, you just... Citadel bow is actually just made for bleed bows, you know? Like, if you play other builds like crit bow or something like that, the Citadel bow is not the base that you're looking for. As I said, as long... Oh, wait. 208% fizz? Holy shit. That's not bad, but it's no bleed modifier. We just need to get it somehow. I mean, which actually makes me wonder. I mean, crafting is always like, can happen or it just doesn't happen, you know? So I might actually wonder for the guy that made the mirror tier bow, how many chances did it take, you know? Holy shit. That's some garbage rolls right here. So now you can expect, actually, or think of when I always have my builds with the budget gear, like my budget gear, and you think like, hey, there's some really nice items, and you can imagine how much currency I usually stick into crafting. But you know, sometimes you get lucky, get a lot of exalts while selling those, and sometimes you just don't. Another garbage tier bow. I think we kind of gonna finish the other bow with like slamming a suffix multi-modding, because I don't think we're gonna get something better here. Takes us one resonator, right? So, what is this? That's crap. So, what do we have here? Tier 5, tier 8. Like, if you have a hybrid modifier, it is lower than the thing that you can craft. I mean, yikes. So, what do we have here? Tier 5. This is still lower than what you can craft, so we're just gonna overroll. I mean, as a league starter perspective, probably you would take something like that. But not in this build. Makes me wonder if I just chaos spam, if I can get better results. So, what is this? Tier 8 and Tier 8. 136 DPS. Wow. Amazing. Oof. I mean, we can spend some more currency later on, right? I kind of want to try to make a mirror tier item, but it's so hard. And it's not only about the currency you invest, it's about the nerves that you invest into trying to get something like this. As far as I see, it's just not satisfying. This is not satisfying. So the last like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 tries. Another hybrid. How much deep does that have? 370. Tier 7, Tier 5. Eh. Nah. And the last one. Okay. So as expected, it's quite hard to hit something like this. But hey, we still have this bow, right? So I think we're just gonna take some currency now and try to make a cool suffix on it. I mean, we're here to destroy currency, right? Not to make currency. So we're just gonna take a couple exalts, some of these, and let's see how long does it take to hit an accurate suffix. So this has a double prefix, double tier 1 at the moment. That means that all we have to do is block a prefix and then slam a suffix and then keep on going like that. So we can basically block anything, doesn't really matter, like mana or whatever, as long as there is 3 prefixes on there, so we can always revert, right? So we're just gonna slam. And we get lightning rest. This is actually not good. So, prefixes cannot be changed. Scour off. Craft any prefix. Ah, this is what I love, dude. And projectile speed. Nah. Hey, we need something good. I mean, this is already out of the league, you know, because we said what is the best thing that we can get out of a quad tab. This is 25x. This what I'm doing right here is bonus clip, okay? Let's call it the bonus clip here, right? Just to see what is the best result. I mean, the best would be technically just to hit damage over time multiplier, right? Projectile attack damage. I don't think that counts for bleeding, to be honest. So, prefixes cannot be changed. Scour. Craft mana. Come on. Blind enemies. Dude, I'm running flesh and stone. No, prefixes cannot be changed. Oh, there you go. Craft any prefix to block it, and I mean, we can actually try to slam twice. And then, if we hit something good on the second one, we could actually try to save it, and then What if this trying to hit a suffix takes actually longer than the actual video? Critical strike chance multiplier, yeah. And fizz damage to conversion to chaos? It is not a poison build. What the fuck? Exalts, do something. How many exalts did we already spend, actually? Sorry. Yeah, like 3 exalts. Lightning res. Stun duration on enemies. Come on! Block mana. Or block any prefix. Lightning res. Attack speed. If you've killed recently. Is good. Actually, it's not. But we can maybe annul it. Prefixes cannot be changed. Easy clap, dude. See? That's how you new lightning rest. Okay, what if we just can have multiple crafted modifiers? Prefix-wise, we're gonna go for the increased fist damage. So we have our increased fist, we have flaring, and we have our bleed modifier. And based off suffixes, I don't even know what is actually good, because in the worst case scenario, you take like stats or something, because I don't know, like attack speed we have already on it. Then you have the critical strike chance is kind of useless. Multiplier is useless. I mean, probably quality, because quality will higher the damage of our bow, right? Accuracy is useless. Trigger a socketed spell. I think in this part, I think like something like intelligence quality might even not be bad. Just because if you run something like male violence, you kind of need a lot of intelligence. I solved this by having like some attributes on my ring. But the thing is, like, attack speed we have, as I said, it's not even mandatory. But I think we're just gonna go with some intelligence over here. And yeah, that's about it. Now we're gonna hit some divines and see how close do we come to the 520 DPS of the mirror tier bow here, right? Can we hit a lucky? Do we have some divines? Yeah, of course we have divines. I always have divines. So what would be good? This is actually not bad, is it? 440. What is this? 450. We got it. So let's just try to make it even better. 460 should be possible actually. 105, 15, 12. Just trying to check the increased physical and the flat physical. So here we have 448. 21, this is too low. It should be like 40 to close to 80, and then almost 120% plus. God, the percent fizz was good, but the flat fizz was not. Yikes. Now, how much does this have? Come on, I want to have like 460. 437. 442, come on. 440. Needs to be 40 plus something. 40 to 75 would be nice with 120% something at 438. God, divining is actually not even that easy. Come on. Ooh. No! Dude! 43 to 50. Dude, we are rich, right? We don't care. We're just not gonna divine it. We're just gonna remove crafted modifiers. We just make it the easy way, right? Can have multiple, because I think hitting that again. So, we're just gonna go for the flat fizz now. Now, flat fizz needs to be above 120. No, 112. Okay, remove crafted modifiers. Dude, this is better than actually divining. Can have... Okay, next try. 120 I want to see. 105! No! Remove. And half. Let's go. Come on. Physical damage. 120. 117. Ah! This is not recommending crafting method, okay? This is just my way of wasting currency, basically. So, physical damage. Let's go. 120. 12. Yeah! No, this is not budget anymore, right? Is it budget? I don't think so. But there you see how hard it is. How hard is it to get a good roll here? So, fist damage. 120. I think this bow is cursed. What if this bow is actually cursed? And have multiple crafted modifiers? Okay. This, 120. Remove. And half. This, 120. Whoa, 129 max roll, dude! Okay, intelligence quality. Oh, there we go. Easy first try. Okay, so the mirror tier bow for, at the moment, 420 exalts, because the mirror is somewhere about 340, I think, and then the fee of mirroring the bow is like 80 exalts or something. From the 520, we came to 462.9 with a few investment of a like... Wait, there was over 100 exalts? Yeah, there you see, it's actually... God, is this boring. Yeah, okay. In theory, this is actually not even that easy to hit, okay? So if you get anything with like Blade Modifier and some tier 2 Fizz, and then hit an annual or something, just multi-mod it and live with it, okay? Anything else, trying something, getting better out of it, you know, is just insanely hard. But I will not stop. I will get my mirror tier bow, and if it's not this league, then it's probably next league. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching.